So the last one. This one make you happy. Page 153. And this is my version of it. This is how I write sex scenes, by the way. Usually, I'm not going to write, And I also love the way Sandra writes. When I read Ophelia, I was like, yes! Because it starts like, enticing, the lady comes and is looking at her cleavage, and then she does a scene break. And then, I was like, yes, this is it. But now you let my imagination wander. But those people, like, I cannot read his throbbing man. I cannot read. I just can't. Siwezi. And then we're vibrating, and I would say strokes. I'm just like, what? Anyway, that's just because I read so many in high school, not because there's anything wrong with writing. I just read too many of those books. Now my brain cannot. Like, my brain literally goes like this. It gets up on that. I'm like, is this a kissing book? Anyway, so page 153. This is a huge spoiler, but anyway, Sache and Amans. Okay? In the gentle woodlands of the bright and early earth, when love was still new, warm and innocent, love played pleasantly in the morning. Our hearts were open to that passionate love that consumed us all. Paul's love was like the season after the short rains that made the land look like a hairy caterpillar. After a long drought, the rain goes deep and wide into the soil. Love's beauty was like the deep orange red wildflowers with gold trimming on the edges of the petals. Under this tree where we shared our love. Under the African tulip tree, the perfume, the scent, and the color of the tulips were intoxicating to the innuendo. It came. This is more innuendo. It came, as what she said, with hairy feet covered with the golden dust of pollen, carrying the spices of 1,000,000 flowers. To the bee, the earth was a bed for his bright flower. To her, all the world was filled with his embrace, basking in the bright promise of that boundless possibility of young love, of first loves, promising that it would never grow weary. Innuendo. That's them doing it under the tree. Yeah, but I'm not gonna say like his member was throbbing, and her breasts, her nipple. I'm just like, yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with that. I just can't do that. So the bee is the male, the flower is the woman. So I prefer writing it with metaphors, or even like what Sandra did. I remember like I was like, yes, because let my mind wander. But then when you spread it out for me, I got oversaturated with perversion.
So the final one, color. Yeah. So color green here is what we're gonna talk about.
And Nuria's.
Oh yeah, green. Yeah. So this green here brings in a character. Yeah, and I liked the character because he's named after God in this book is Rafa. So God sent his Rafa. So he named his Rafa. God sent him. Yeah. And okay, so spoiler. The heirs are stuck in the desert. And they have been found by bandits who have been sent to look for the heirs. Yeah, the case is yes. I assume you are young enough to live with your parents. So one of the bandits asked these two that they found in the desert. They were killed, it turns to be. We have not seen them since. I let my boys glide into oblivion. No husband? No. I could say I'm betrothed, but I stay clear of anything that should remind them of the wedding and the memory of the visual of the princess, me. Safe to stay clear of anything that will make this man think I am there. In fact, I wish to readjust my principal hand. And the boy, the man asked, he lives with us. His parents work in Kenya. Oh, this country is like above Kenya, between Kenya and Ethiopia. Yeah. Yeah, I should tell you about that. So the butterfly, when you join these two, so we have the traditional butterfly and the contemporary. Yeah? So the east is the traditional, it's waiting, and then the west is contemporary. When you join these two, they kind of form the map of Kenya. Basically, right? Kenya looks like a butterfly without a break in between.
Yeah, we just wrinkled my book.
You're welcome.
Keep
More
it
wrinkles.
Keep it pale.
Yeah, so he lives with us. His parents work in Kenya. He's distracted. I believe he has not had my answer to the question. You said you smell, he sniffs my area and walks a few steps to his group, then turns back to me with an ingloriousness to him. I want to run as fast and as far as I can. I could tip you like a vintage. He matters mostly to himself, but we all hear his sacrilegious lover. You, he continues, hounding me like a priceless catch. I look down, avoiding his gaze as my breath begins to pick. I fist my hands beside my side. He lays a hand on me. I will wait. This man walks up to me, and suddenly, with a sudden fast gait, his posture turns from predatory to curious. This time, I feel his eyes really see me. Avoiding his gaze, I turn away every chance he gets to look at me in the eyes. I chance a glance, and his eyes have grown thinner, I found. I believe he has found me out. The green-eyed man lets go of my brother and calls to his mate, Gabor, let's go. My brother runs to me and I reach for him, clutching him and pulling him behind me as Gabor continues to study my face and clothes. He then turns about me and looks at my brother. This is the Sifa. He clocks about us and stands between my brother and me and his men. Gabor, green eyes yells at him. There is an urgency in the way he calls his mate. I hear a particular caution in his tone, a bolstering edge that should be enough warning. Something about this man. What? Another expresses it hastily. No. This? He turns to them. This is the Sifa. I step away from him, pulling my brother with me, conscious of the edge behind her. And I am telling you, no. What will the princess be doing in the child with the other man's face? I turn to green eyes. I look at him closely. I see his thoughts. His eyes narrow at me, then my brother. I retreat again. His man is about to green eyes. Color.
That was a really fun game.
Yeah. Hi. Give me hi.
I remember.
Okay. End of game one. Thank you so much for participating. Was it fun?
Yes. The first one took us for a week. Parangulation.
ilikuwa
Ikatetea.
iganteri.
I count.